mean, what's next? If you don't eat, your set point's nothing? You could survive on 0 calories? Of course not. What she's saying makes absolutely 0 sense. Coach Greg, and in today's video, we're going over videos by Dr. Mindy Pelz. She's really pissing me off. I mean, I'm just so frustrated. I'm so sick of it. I keep getting sent these videos and I'm watching them and I'm like, how does she literally get away with lying through her teeth, saying bullshit, and has over 500,000 followers? She literally tells you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. And so why is she doing it? Well, my opinion is she's trying to sell products. She's trying to sell you something that'll help you to lose weight by telling you that what I tell you is all garbage, hogwash, that it's not going to work, that calories in, calories out is complete bullshit, that it's nonsense, that diet and exercise, no, that doesn't work. But what she says, yeah, that's going to work. And so you can imagine why I'm so pissed off. And so I'm trying to refrain myself. I'm trying to stay calm. But let's watch this video. I'm going to give you some of the highlights and point you some of the stuff she says. And just watch the video. And so let's give her the benefit of doubt. I mean, maybe I'm not always right. Maybe I got it wrong. Why diet and exercise are not the best way to lose weight. She's got 5 tips, 5 reasons why it's not the best way. Why dieting, eating in a calorie deficit, and exercise, burning calories off, why it's not the best way. Maybe we'll learn something. Maybe there's some magic new trick to help us burn the fat.
So in this video, I really want to talk about why diet and exercise are not your best tool for losing belly fat. So first, I hope you all know, if you're new to my channel, you probably don't know, but I hope many of you are waking up to the fact that calories in, calories out is not your strategy for losing weight. If it was, we would not be in the obesity problem that we have today.
And so calories in, calories out, it doesn't work, because if it was, no one would be obese right now. And by saying, while you're exercising and not liking it, I'm going to tell you some reasons to not like it even more. Well, why would you make this video? Oh yeah, you're trying to sell a product to make money. Yay! I mean, anyway, let's humor her and see what she's going to say.
If you only eat let's say you eat 2,000 calories and you exercise an output of 500 calories, giving you a net of 1,500 calories, you're going to always have to stay at that 1,500 calorie mark to stay the same weight.
First of all, that's nonsense. If you're eating 2,000 calories a day and you're burning off 500 calories through exercise, and that's your maintenance weight, then what's wrong with that? How is that bad? What it means is that your BMR plus your non-exercise activity thermogenesis and your thermic effect of food, that's adding up to the 1,500, and you're balanced out at 2,000. And so if you wanted to lose weight, you'd have 2 options. You could move more or eat less. You could increase your exercise, increase your NEAT, increase your muscle mass so that your BMR goes up, or you could eat fewer calories. For example, instead of eating 2,000, you eat 1,900. If you do that, you're going to lose weight. And so what she's saying, it doesn't actually make sense.
If you want to lose weight, you're going to have to get under that 1,500 calorie mark, go to more like 1,000 calories to be able to drop weight.
And so she doesn't even make any sense. She literally said, if you're eating 2,000 calories and burning off 500 through exercise, then if you want to lose more weight, you're going to have to start eating 1,000 calories a day. No, listen to the numbers. Please listen to me. You're eating 2,000 calories a day and you burn off 500 calories through exercise. That is a friggin' lot. That's a ton of cardio. Anyone that's doing that, that's not losing weight, has to be a small female. If you're burning off 500 calories through exercise, that is a lot of cardio. It's a lot. And so if you want to lose more weight, you really have to now eat 1,000 calories a day. You're eating 2,000 calories. You're burning off 500 through exercise. The rest of your BMR, do you really think you have to go from eating 2,000 to 1,000? Notice she chose 1. Does that make sense? Why would you have to starve yourself in order to lose weight? Why not just have a small calorie drop? Why not a little bit? But she wants to trick you into thinking you can't do it through exercise. And so she makes the number very, very low, 1,000 calories a day. And so you're watching her thinking, man, I don't want to have to only eat 1,000 calories. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy whatever pills she's saying, whatever supplement she recommends. I'm going to go with what she says.
And then if you do that, you start lowering your set point. Now your set point's 1,000 calories. This is why we have an obesity problem.
And so she then says, yeah, if you do that, your set point's now 1,000 calories. No, it's not. How is it suddenly 1,000 calories? If you're eating 2,000 calories a day and you're burning off 500 through exercise, your set point is at 2,000. If you're at maintenance weight, your set point's at 2,000. If you then lower your calorie intake to 1,500, your set point isn't automatically going to be at 1,500. If you lower it to 1,000, it's not automatically going to be 1,000 calories. I mean, what's next? If you don't eat, your set point's nothing? You could survive on 0 calories? Of course not. What she's saying makes absolutely 0 sense. And is there actually such a thing as a set point? The answer is yes, but not in the way she says it. If you decrease the calories in your diet and you move less, as in you lay on the couch and don't exercise, you stop doing cardio, then of course the calories you need is going to go down. If you stop exercise, stop lifting weight, and you lose muscle tissue, your body, you lose 50 pounds, you're burning off fewer calories, and so of course you need to eat less. But you know what's also true? If you eat more, your set point go up. I mean, she doesn't talk about that part. She only talks about the negative. If you eat less, your set point goes down. What if you eat more? Apparently, she's a doctor. Doctor what? I mean, really think about it. When I was an IB pro bodybuilder, competitive bodybuilder, on steroids, I'm not lying about that, I'm not bullshitting you. I had a ton of muscle and I was blasted steroids, and guess what? My set point was lower then than it is now. What does that make sense? How? I literally eat more food now than I did back then, even though I'm off blasting all the gear, and I'm a lot less muscle. I have a lower BMR, and I eat more now. Why? Because I do more exercise. And so my set point, or how many calories I can eat, it's gone up. And guess what? My body wants less body fat. And so not only do I eat more, I literally carry less body fat. And so apparently it doesn't work. Yet it worked for me. And I may not be a doctor, but I do know a thing or two about losing weight. And so number 2 is a calorie deficit doesn't allow you to burn into your fat burning energy system. Let me tell you this. If you're on a diet and you're in a calorie deficit, guess what? End of the day, calories in, calories out. If you're eating more calories than you burn, you're gaining fat. And if you were to eat fewer calories than you burn, you would lose fat. Forget what system you're using. It's way more simple than that. Calories in, calories out.
So when you are metabolically switching, you are becoming a very good sugar burner. And then when your blood sugar comes down, you're switching over into your fat burning energy system. And you're starting to burn fat for fuel, which is giving you those ketones.
She's saying the only way you can switch over this system is through fasting. And what do people do? They do diet and exercise. But you can't burn fat that way. The only way you can do it is through fasting. Let me tell you this. If I ate 24 meals a day and every meal contained 100 calories, literally the opposite of fasting, 24 meals a day, I'm eating all the time, I'm grazing, not fasting, grazing, no time of fasting, and I ate 2,400 calories a day, I would wither away, lose fat and lose muscle, I would shrink tremendously. Why? Because I need 3,500 calories a day to maintain my weight. And so regardless I'm fasting or having one meal a day or one meal every 2 days, if I'm not eating enough food, I'm going to lose weight. And so you can eat one meal a day, fast all day long, or 24 meals a day, eat all the time. But what you need to do is be in a deficit, and you're going to burn fat. Does anyone not believe that? Does anyone think that if you ate 24 meals a day, let's say you ate 50 calories every hour, 24 times a day, for a total of 1,200 calories. If you're eating 2,000 calories, like she described in this video, and you suddenly go to 50 calories per hour for 24 times a day, do you really think you're not losing weight? Does anyone believe any of this nonsense? Well, apparently 566,000 morons think that this woman makes sense. Really?
That what we want to do is metabolically switch. I spoke of it in Fast Like a Girl. I have a whole chapter on it.
And she wrote a book, Fast Like a Girl. I gotta rewind if I actually saw that. Do you really think men and women lose fat differently? Fast like a girl? What if I identify as a girl? Can I lose fat that way? I mean, what is this nonsense?
The only way you get over the fat burning system is through fasting. So it's anywhere from 12 hours to 72 hours. That's where you start to see more fat being burned permanently.
And so she says you should fast for 12 to 72 hours. Yet I'm telling you, you don't have to fast for even 1 hour to lose weight. All you need to do is to literally be in a calorie deficit.
Okay, number 3, and there are obesogens, and those chemicals will make you gain weight. They're not your door out of weight gain. They're actually your door in to weight gain. So obesogens are everything from parabens that you can find actually in like your sunscreens and some of your lotions and your hair products, your makeup. So please scan your beauty products. Pesticides are on anything that's non-organic. So please try to buy more organic foods whenever possible. Phthalates are found in commercial meats. They're also found in fragrances. So any of your beauty products that have fragrances in them or perfumes that you wear, we just don't think of those as causing us to gain weight, but they will have a negative impact on blocking receptor sites that will lead to more insulin resistance. So those are really important chemicals that you look at. An easy thing to do, you can look at for it in Fast Like a Girl, or you can just Google obesogens and look at the list, but then look at your toxic environment.
And so there you have it. I misjudged this woman. Apparently the reason that we're all having trouble losing weight, it's because things that have no calories, they're causing us to gain weight. For example, fragrance. If you put on perfume, colognes and whatnot, and your shampoos and your sunblocks and skin creams and so on, that is causing us all. And, I watched a video one day, and it's nail polish. That's what's causing it. You all using nail polish. Now you have an excuse, a reason why you're overweight. It had nothing to do with the burgers and fries, all the alcohol you're drinking. It's because you're putting on skin stuff on your body. I don't know what you women are putting on. Fragrances and so on. And that's what's doing it. Oh, and diet pop. Can you have diet pop? 0-calorie sweeteners. Is that going to cause you to gain weight? I mean, what's going to cause you to gain more weight? A 5-calorie Diet Coke or a 150-calorie Coke? Let's see.
But NutraSweet will make you hold on to weight because it falls under a category called an obesogen. And these toxins that are obesogen, they block the receptor site for insulin.
And so there you have it. If you, in fact, drink a Diet Coke while fasting, it ruins it. Those 5 extra calories, well, it's going to make you hold on to all your fat. It just holds on to it magically. I mean, we don't know how. It just like blocks receptor sites, and so you can't burn fat. And so if all you did was drink Diet Coke and you had, say, 10 Diet Cokes a day worth 50 calories, you guarantee would gain weight. You'd gain weight because you'd block all your body's ability to burn fat. It would become impossible. And so why don't you do this if you have no money? Why don't you just drink only Diet Coke? If you only drink Diet Coke, you'll never lose fat, you'll never lose weight, and you could survive forever. I mean, we perhaps have solved world hunger right now if you just simply give people non-nutritive sweetened beverages, aspartames and so on. They can't lose weight. It can't. It'd be impossible. In fact, it helps them to gain weight. Perhaps we can give these to the animals. Feed animals Diet Coke and fatten them up, and all of a sudden, farmers will have very large cows full of body fat, extra fat on the meat, make more money than last time. That is the answer. We just need to consume more Diet Coke. Everyone going to gain weight. I mean, I watched multiple videos from her. This is the nonsense she spews in nearly all of them.
Number 4 reason why diet and exercise doesn't work for belly fat is that it doesn't really address the cortisol issue.
And so here's the problem. You didn't think about this. It's cortisol. So if you suddenly start going for jogs and runs, you do more than you're doing right now. Right now, you just walk and so on. Well, if you run really hard, it's going to increase cortisol. Like yesterday, I raced in a bike race for 92 minutes. It was very intense, very hard. 3 mountains I had to climb on the bike. Imagine my cortisol was through the roof. And so for sure, I gained weight. I mean, absolutely. Although I burnt 1,400 calories in that bike race, I'm sure I gained at least 5 pounds of fat. Why? Well, my cortisol was through the roof. I was tired. I was sore. My body needed time to recover. Even today, my legs are tired. Imagine how high my cortisol was. And so I guaranteed I gained weight. Well, why didn't I gain weight? I ate a lot more food. I was hungrier today because I burned off all those calories. My body wanted me to eat some of them back. But yet, I'm losing weight. I got leaner. Maybe my genetics are just that strong. I have the best genetics, and so cortisol doesn't affect me. That's why I can do this. My genetics are so much better than everyone else's. When I do bike races and burn off all those calories, it doesn't make me fat. Normally, for everyone else, if they race hard, they do extra training, they go harder than the last time, perhaps they're pushing themselves in the gym, they just get fat because they can't handle the cortisol. But my genetics, I'm just so great, I can handle it. It's not the case.
So I'll just use myself as an example. I know that when I start to feel like, put on my pants a little tight around my waist, and I know I've been fasting, I know I've been eating well, but there's a little extra padding around my belly, I go immediately to what is my stress level.
And so when her pants get tight around her waist, when she puts on weight, despite the fact that she's fasting and doing everything right, it's because cortisol. That's it. I mean, I'm blaming it. It's just cortisol. Has nothing to do with perhaps she's eating too many calories. Has nothing to do with any of that. It can't be calories in, calories out. That doesn't work. I mean, if you're doing what she's saying, you can eat 10,000 calories a day. You don't have to count them. You can eat whatever you want, so long as you're fasting. As long as you don't consume aspartame, if you don't wear fragrances and shampoo your hair, live like the Liver King, that is how you lose all that weight. Maybe that's why the Liver King's shredded. He doesn't use deodorant. That's the secret. If we cut out deodorant, don't wear sunscreen, and fast, we'll all be shredded like the Liver King.
Now, number 5. The number 5 reason why diet and exercise alone doesn't work is because you need your liver to burn fat.
And so the 5th reason, it's the liver. We need bitter bullshit and arugula. And if we don't consume that, we can't burn fat. And so diet and exercise, it doesn't work. I mean, all those bike races to do, all the lifting in the gym, it did absolutely nothing. Calories in, calories out. Clearly it didn't work. Clearly, it did nothing for me. I probably weigh 600 pounds because I don't fast. I don't listen to any of this nonsense, this bullshit, but yet it works for me. And as you know, I drink multiple cans of Diet Coke a day. I'm not afraid of low-calorie sweetened beverages. And all my cookbooks are based on low-calorie dense foods. Foods that make you full, that have a lot of protein, lots of fiber, so that you're not always starving, not always hungry. You feel satiated. But perhaps that's not the answer. I guess I've been wrong all along. I never wrote Fast Like a Girl. Clearly, that's way better quality information than I've ever given. I mean, this girl, she's a doctor. I just have a master's. What would I possibly know? I'm a 5'6" manlet. No one could listen to me. I do hard cardio. I have a lot of cortisol, yet I continue to maintain a very lean physique year after year. And so I guess I just am wrong. Maybe I'm a fluke, an anomaly. Am I a one-off? Perhaps I live like the Liver King in secret. Perhaps it's the biggest lie of all. Perhaps I just fast and I don't do anything that I talk about. And so at the end of the day, you can choose to believe her and buy whatever product she's saying, or you can believe me. You can buy my cookbooks and supplements if you want, or you can just listen to what I preach in videos. I've got over 2,600 videos. You can watch them, learn from them. I have videos explaining the diets that I follow, the recipes that I'm doing. And my number 1 supplement is, in fact, GO2 Max to improve your cardio, make you have more energy. Double-blind placebo-controlled studies. That's right, in the real world. 50% improvement in the walking test score. In real-world studies with the main supplement NMN, which has no known negative side effects. And remember, NMN occurs naturally in food, but just not in great enough quantities to produce the desired effect, which is why we put them in capsules. NMN, my number 1 recommended supplement. You can purchase the supplement if you want with my code Greg. Click the link in the description. You'll get 10% off, or you don't buy anything. Of course, I'd suggest you get any of the cookbooks or my Circle Diet book where I explain exactly how to lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life in the real world with no bullshit marketing tactics. This is what happens in the real world. How to finally lose weight and keep it off. And so, of course, I know you're looking for the quick fix. Why aren't you losing weight? You want to be able to eat as many calories, and then it doesn't matter. The truth is you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. The cookbooks, the Circle Diet explains exactly how, doing cardio 150 minutes a week. And so for me, the most important things you can do is a healthy diet combined with exercise. That is how you're going to lose weight. If you're in a deficit, you do this, you are going to lose weight. It is absolutely guaranteed. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Don't forget to watch one of the loops, the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet book, and the Harder Than Last Time clothing line, including the tank tops, hoodies, jogging pants, and so on. Please click the link in the description. Code Greg, 10% off. And also, please go check out Amazon. Tons of supplements there. We don't have this one. It's banned by the FDA on Amazon. But please go to the website, 10% off. You can get everything there. Code Greg, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.